and welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee and I'm going to be doing a reading for you. What do they think about you? How do they feel about you? I'm going to be tapping into the energy of your loved ones. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be your brother, your mother, your sister, your neighbor, your coworker, your boss. All you got to know is their sun sign, their zodiac sign, and bonus points if you know their Venus sign, because that can give you even more information. I'm going to be going from Aries to Pisces. All of the zodiac signs will be linked to the timestamp in the description box below. So don't even think about coming for me. Where's the timestamps? In the description. Anytime you come to my channel, in the description. All right, guys. All right. So I've got like 3 sets of cards in front of me. I got 1 oracle set and 2 tarot cards to try to get further clarification. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember that this could be anybody you are in a loving connection with or in a very heavy soul contract with. All right, guys? All right, so just to get it kicked off, let's go with Aries. I'm going to be doing Aries to Pisces. So head on over to whatever zodiac sign it is that you want to start with. All right. So for Aries, let's see, for those of you guys who are connecting to an Aries, your zodiac sign does not matter. For those of you guys who are connecting to an Aries, how does that Aries feel about the collective, for the collective's greatest and highest good, and for this person's greatest and highest good? For those connected to an Aries, how do they feel about you? Foundation. So this could be somebody that you've, got a family with, you've got kids with. This could be an actual existing relationship. Let's find out some more. But I do see that this is on the railroad tracks as I'm looking at this card. So I do feel like there might be a little bit of you guys. I don't understand. I don't know how to tell y'all how my channeling works, but when I look at these railroad tracks and I see these people on the railroad tracks, I'm getting 2 things. 1, it's been a long time, a long journey, and then 2, it hasn't been without its mishaps. As a matter of fact, there might be something about you and this Aries that is, it could be like taboo. It could be like teetering on not so healthy, like just slightly toxic. How does this Aries feel about the collective? How does this Aries feel about the oh man, lost all of my cards. Goodness. Hold on, let me grab these cards. A whole bunch of emotions. So y'all have gone through it, huh? A whole bunch of emotions wanted to come out. For the collective's greatest and highest good, how does the Aries feel about them? The Knight of Wands. There's definitely some passion there. There is definitely some passion there. And you know what? I also see, I'm noticing that like there's a couple of hills in the background here, but it's where those 2 people are walking. One of these hills looks like, something like a minor obstacle that you guys might be either experiencing now or will be experiencing in the very near future. And then if I look over here at this one, it actually looks like a pyramid. So I do feel like this is a heavy soul contract, past life sort of connection that you're having with this person. This forward card, which is essentially the Knight of Wands, it says passion and energy are driving you forward. You are ready to take bold action towards your goals. Your goals could be this Aries, or this Aries goals could be yours. Stay focused, but be cautious of rushing into decisions without planning. And I see that with this little hill right here. There could be some sort of challenge or obstacle that you and this Aries might be facing either right now or in the very near future. And the Aries can see it too. How does this Aries feel about the collective, please, Spirit? The 5 of Pentacles, the Moon card, the Fool, The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I think that this Aries really wants to transmute, transform, transition this from being hidden in the dark, being secretive, from them not being a part of like your family, from them not being a part of what you invest in on a normal basis. With this Moon card and this Five of Pentacles, this Fool card, it's an Aries card, right? So the Aries is like, hey, listen, like, I'm ready to take a leap. And with this Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, the Aries is honestly, seriously feeling like you might be a really good option. I'm hesitating to say the one, but just like a really, really good option. They may feel lucky about this connection. They might even, I feel like you guys might be distanced between each other, because that's just what I'm getting that with the, I normally I get that with the World card, but for whatever reason, I'm getting it with this Wheel of Fortune card. You see the spider web in the back? That's what I'm getting it from. Like, I'm walking in a spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. It's a No Doubt song from like 98, 99 or something like that. So I get this feeling that you converse via like the internet or telephone very often, more often than in person. But yeah, like the Aries does feel like this is a fated connection. All right, let's see. Those of you guys who are connected to a Taurus. Those of you all who are connected to a Taurus for your greatest and highest good, and for the Taurus's greatest and highest good. How does the Taurus feel about the collective? Those of you all who are connected to a Taurus. How does the Taurus feel about the collective, please, Spirit? Sorrow. Oh. And then she's wearing this lace shirt, so I do feel like they feel like you can see right through them. And there's something about grieving a loss. And I do feel like shame is coming up. So they could be grieving a loss of, somebody in their life, or, it could be the anniversary of a loss for them or something like that. Or they're grieving the loss of you, collective. Let's see. How does this Taurus feel about the collective? Flow. Patience and harmony. This is essentially the Temperance card. Patience and harmony will guide you to success. Blend opposing energies and find balance in the process. Trust in the timing of your journey. The steady flow of integration leads to peace and aligned progress. Y'all could be having a split up, a breakup, or just there's issues between the two of you. And Taurus is like, we just really need to figure this out. Like we need to get to a point where we can converse and have an intellectual conversation. I feel like Taurus is like, one good conversation could set the story straight, or can get us back onto a leveled playing field. I think that's what they're banking on with you. The Six of Cups, the Ten of Coins, the Knight of Swords, and then the Lover's card. I think that's what they're banking on with you. This person really does feel secure in your energy, even though you can read them, even though you can see right through them. There's security there. And this could be, with the Six of Cups here, somebody that you've known since your childhood, since you were way, way younger. But there's like stability here. This could come up as a family member for you with this Ten of Coins. Can you see all of these family members here? There's stability there. There's longevity there. I do feel like there could be a rushing of energy towards you, collective, from this Taurus, like out of nowhere, really wanting to like talk it out. And I don't think that they have a plan with this Knight of Swords. I really don't think that they have a plan. But with this Lovers card here, like they really feel like a conversation needs to be had to bring it all back into balance. All of their cards that they got, for other than this Sorrow card, were all very positive. They see a really good thing. They feel really good in the connection. It's just that there's something at the surface right now that they just cannot seem to let go until y'all talk. All right, let's move on to Gemini, those that are connected to a Gemini. So those that are connected to a Gemini, for Gemini's greatest and highest good, and for the collective's greatest and highest good, please, Spirit, how does the Gemini feel about the collective? Only you. Well, they've got eyes on the prize, and the prize is you, collective. All right, let's find out more about this. So you could already be married to this Gemini, or you could already have some sort of romantic and sexual relationship with this Gemini. Let's see. Or that's what this Gemini wants. How does this Gemini feel about the collective, please? The Two of Pentacles. You are juggling multiple priorities. Oh, they want you to focus on them. They feel like your energy is too scattered. They would like just for once, or for a time, or for a change, for you to focus on them. Stay grounded as you manage your commitments and trust your ability to find equilibrium. Tell me more about how this Gemini feels about the collective, for everyone's greatest and highest good, please. The Eight of Cups in the upright, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. Everything's in the upright. I don't read these in the reverse, so I don't know why I said that. The Ten of Wands. You know, I feel like you might have tried to, or currently trying to, separate yourself from this Gemini. They feel you pulling away with this Eight of Cups. There's been at least distance. Maybe you ghosted them. Maybe you stopped talking to them. Maybe you block them. But they feel like, no, it's not done. Like, come back. It's not done. You know, I am getting Michael Jackson's Remember the Time. Like, do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when things were cordial between us? Do you remember the time when there wasn't this animosity and this angst between us? Can we go back to that? I want you back. I want your focus again. I am getting this tinge of it being just slightly toxic. I am. I'm going to be honest with you, especially with this Ten of Wands here and with this Seven of Swords here. So you definitely use your discernment, collective. You figure out if it's healthy for you, because maybe there's a reason why you stopped investing in it. But yeah, remember your boundaries. If the question was, how do they feel about you? So if you needed some more clarification or confirmation, if they're still thinking about you, the answer is yes. Do they still want something from you? Yes. Do they want more from you? Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. But if you left for a reason, then remember to maintain that reason. I'm not here to sway you. All right. Let's see, those that are connected to a Cancer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, if I resonate with you. I do love prediction readings live every Tuesday afternoon, 11:30 Central Time, which is the same time zone as Chicago. And if you want me to start doing these particular readings live, I'll start doing them every other Friday. But you got to let me know in the comments down below. You got to let me know. All right. Those in the collective that are connected to a Cancer, for everyone's greatest and highest good, how does that Cancer feel about the collective? Intimacy. Oh my God. You know, and then I get the word bounding. So it's like a military move. It's almost like, was it like frog hopping? I feel like the Cancer wants to hop to you, like wants to skip something and hop to you. It does say bonding, but I do feel like bounding is something there. Like they want to skip some scenario. Like it's like this energy of like a shortcut. It's interesting. You're going to have to take that as it resonates, because I don't know if I see it very clearly in my head, but I'm like trying to find the words. So Spirit, if that's something that is prevalent in this, then maybe it's like skip the small talk. Maybe the Cancer is like, when I see you, I'm taking you down. We're going straight to the bedroom. We're not, skip the foreplay, skip the small talk. We're just going straight to it. Confiding is here too. I think that you get this Cancer on multiple levels. And that's even more so attractive. It's like this ravenous sort of Cancer towards the collective. How do they feel about the collective, please, Spirit? Harmony, look at this. The 10 of Cups. Wow. So they want to go... So for those of you guys who are childbearing age, like be careful, because if an accident happened for the Cancer, they might be like, oh no, the accident happened. But for real, they'd be like, yes, I got him. It's like this secretive ploy to kind of like get you. It is very lighthearted and joyous. But it's also like, I feel the Cancer wants more out of the connection than they might actually be telling you. They might be alluding. They might be working their damnedest to kind of like keep their cool, to keep their wits about them when they're around you. But oh my goodness. Let's see more about how the Cancer feels about the collective. What did I say? Oh my God, they try to keep their wits about them, but oh my goodness, baby, the 9 of Cups, you are a dream come true to this Cancer. Let's see, the Queen of Wands. And then they're flipping all over the place. The Page of Coins. And then the Judgment. Yeah, they've already evaluated this. They've said, listen, you're attractive, I'm attractive. There's obviously heat and passion here. Maybe this is a newer connection, or y'all haven't. Yeah, maybe it's a newer connection somehow, some way. New could be relative. Time is relative anyways, right? Maybe this is an old fling that's re showing itself, in your environment or something like that. But they've evaluated and they've weighed their options with this Judgment and this Queen of Wands. Like, they know what they want. And it's you, collective. They know what they want, and it's you. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to Leo. Those people that are connected. I love these readings. Y'all let me know if we should start doing these live. Let me know in the comments down below. We'll do them every other Friday afternoon, 11:30 Central. Which is the same time zone as Chicago, which is the same time that I do my love predictions live. All right, but y'all have to let me know. I'm not going to just do it willy-nilly. Give the people what they want. I want to know what the people want. All right, Leo. Those connected to a Leo, how does a Leo feel about the collective? Oh, y'all saw me shuffle, right? Intimacy. I say that because if you skip straight to the Leo and you didn't watch the Cancer reading, this is the same card I got for the Cancer. So it could be a cusp, or somebody with heavy Leo, heavy Cancer, or you could be a Cancer and this person could be a Leo, vice versa. And enough examples, Shawnee. They want you. You're the one. SWV. You're the one for me. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but that song I think that song talks about like a love triangle. So for those of you guys who that resonates with, just be careful, because Karma B's a bitch and she keeps score. Curiosity. So maybe y'all haven't actually, this is the Page of Swords. Maybe y'all haven't actually done the deed yet, but goodness, you can cut it. You can cut the sexual tension like a knife. You are eager to learn and uncover new truths. Leo is like, oh, what is it going to be like? What would it be like? There's a fantasy world that they built around intimacy with you, collective. Tell me more about how the Leo feels about the collective. Justice. There's more knife action. I mean, so that could be an innuendo for like a phallus, if you will. But then also too, I'm seeing here like a release. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of innuendos. The Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. But there's something holding them back. Again, remember I was saying like there could be like, you know, a third party. They could be involved. You could be involved. Or, you know, somebody's just not feeling well right now. Or some sort of diagnosis or something is what I'm picking up with this Four of Swords. You know, maybe somebody threw their back out. They're waiting, recuperating. But I do feel like with this Eight of Wands here, y'all are there's still engagement. There's still talking. There's still communication. For a lot of you guys, the deed has not been done yet. And it could very much be weighing on this person so heavily because they are just so dang curious. Even if y'all have, you know, done it once, they just are like, what is it going to be like to do it again? I can't wait. When is it going to happen? Who knows what's keeping you guys from doing it? There's something, right? And it could be something medical. Sorry, my hair is like not doing what I wanted it to do today. There's something potentially medical or some distance that's involved. Oh, no, I just made it worse. And now I'm distracted. And it's just not, the waiting, the intensity is there, right? Ugh, the suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. That's from Willy Wonka. All right, let's see here. Virgo, except for Leo doesn't want it to last. All right, Virgo. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Can I just fix my hair real quick? Because y'all are going to hate me. Somebody's going to come in the comments and be like, that's rude to do. Is it though? Otherwise, you're going to just be looking at my hair. I'm going to pause the video. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I had to fix my hair. We're in Virgo now. We are connecting to the energy of Virgo. Virgo, if you are a Virgo and you just so happen to be watching Virgo, you would hate how disorganized my reading desk was just now, but I fixed it. We're good. We're good. All right. Those connected to a Virgo. How does a Virgo feel about the collective? Please, Spirit, for everyone's greatest and highest good. How does a Virgo feel about the collective? Conflicted. Because there's been so much back and forth action. I just got this. Like, you taste good, you smell good, you feel good, but you're also toxic. Right, with the liquor. I think Virgo has done some analytical work here, you know, and they've come to a conclusion that, you know, maybe it's just not a good idea, but there is temptation there. You might be a vice for this Virgo. Like, there's something that they just cannot control themselves around you. They might also feel it, because it says multiple choices at the bottom of the card. They might also feel like you're not single. Are you even available? So I don't know, like, you guys could be at a distance or not talking to each other here with this conflicted card. It says decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So they could have multiple choices, while at the exact same time, they could also be like wondering if you have multiple choices. And you see the fire here, this, it could be Virgo and you're a fire sign, or they have fire heavy in their chart. Let's see. How does a Virgo feel about the collective? You know, I'm getting something interesting. It's like, when life gives you lemons, people usually say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? But it's like, it's starting as like when life gives you lemons, and then Virgo's like, just burn the fucking lemons. Like, I think the Virgo is done with the lemons. They're done with the issues. Just burn the fucking lemons. I'm done with the issues. All right. How does the Virgo feel about the collective? Please, Sparrow. That one flew out. Oh, there's two. We take them? Yes? Okay, we'll take them. We got the Tower card and the Three of Wands. Oh, sucky ducky now. The Tower card and the Three of Wands, awakening in progress. Transition in this Scorpio period. As I'm recording this, it is like what? I don't know, like the 13th of November, somewhere there, and we're deep, knee deep, waist deep in Scorpio season right now. Here's the Scorpio here, and here's some more fire energy right here with the Three of Wands. I feel like there's a huge transition period that's happening between you, collective, and the Virgo, and pretty soon they might be resurfacing themselves. It says your plans are starting to take place. Maybe they're planning. Maybe the Tower moment for you guys is that they're planning to come back. Mercury in retrograde. It says, trust the process and remain patient. Trust the process and remain patient. They could be going through some massive awakening. Maybe a Kundalini activation. Maybe at the ending or the beginning of a dark night of the soul. Maybe some sort of spiritual ascension. Let's see. How does the Virgo feel about the collective? The Seven of Wands in the upright. The King of Swords in the upright. The Eight of Wands. And then the Nine of Wands. A resurgence of communication potentially happening here very soon for you guys. And this person could have been blocking themselves from you. This person could have been blocking their love for you, right? So the Seven of Wands and the King of Swords. The King of Swords isn't all lovey-dovey, isn't all touchy-feely. And for this to come out right next to this Seven of Wands is telling me that it's because they blocked that part of themselves. But nevertheless, and this is where the conflicted is coming from, all right? Nevertheless, communication, they want to communicate. They want to give it a go again. And it could be because they have ascendant. Maybe you guys pretty soon are going to be on the same energetic level. And that's going to be when they can finally communicate with you. And I think they're going to communicate all of these things with you. Fuck the lemons, right? The decisions that they've had to make, the conflicts that they've had to overcome, the angst about things being hot and cold between the two of you, and like, are you even single or what? Multiple choices. Heck, they're even probably like, they go through this sort of awakening right now in the Scorpio season, and then Spirit hands them like a Wheel of Fortune action there, or a Fool card action, and is like, okay, what do you want to do with your new beginning? Do you want to go back to this collective? It's up to you. You guys match now energetically. It's up to you. All right, so just be prepared for a potential resurgence if you're dealing with a Virgo. Let's move on. Libra. Those in the collective dealing with the Libra, hanging out with the Libra, messing with the Libra. How does the Libra feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good? Guys, don't forget to turn on or to click that like button if you resonate with how I read. Comment down below how this is resonating for you. If there's any reading that you'd like to claim, let me know if you want me to start doing these readings live. Libra. Divine Feminine. For those of you guys messing with the Libra, they see you as the Divine Feminine. It doesn't matter if you're a male or female. This is just like a heavenly counterpart. Somebody who's very nurturing, very giving. Somebody that they would have to approach potentially. Because you ain't approaching them. You could be a mother. I actually have this sort of here. You could resonate with you, collective, could resonate with Mary Magdalene or, you know, Christ consciousness sort of energies. Let's see. How does this Libra feel about the collective? I'm also looking here too. I'm seeing in the background of this picture, it looks like olive leaves, like olive branches. So there could be a want for like a reconciliation or an apology. Maybe Greece could be significant. And then fall. It's fall in the northern hemisphere right now. Maybe that could, let's see. You know, Libra season is the beginning of fall, right? Wouldn't you think? All right. How does a Libra feel about the collective, please? Persistence. No matter what, they're going to have their reconciliation. No matter what, they're going to have their conversation. No matter what, they're going to reach whatever goal it is that they have with you, collective. Steady progress defines your journey. Your patience and diligence ensures long-term success, even when the path feels slow. This could be like a potential soulmate union. This could be like a twin flame union. Let's see. Something that's taken a long time. Temperance. The Devil. The Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Wands. As this Libra is journeying along their life, you know, the last few months, the end of 2025, you know, they've had to make some cuts. They've had to take some losses, but it's okay. They've got an end goal in sight, collective. And this Libra, you're a part of that end goal, like whatever it is for this Libra. Not whatever it is. The biggest thing is that they want to address the imbalance, and they want to address, you know, what has transpired, like the toxic. I think that they want to tell you, I don't think I know based on these cards, the Libra wants to tell you like, hey, like things have been bad for us. And it was partially my fault. Is there any way, I don't know if this is going to happen by the end of fall. I don't know if that's going to happen by the end of fall, but I'm going to say this. Because this guy takes his sweet A time, okay? But I am going to say this. There could be a question of, is there any way that we can figure out how to invest in each other and how to keep things going with this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Wands? Is there any way? So what did I say? Like something about an apology or something? Yeah, potentially. But this is something that is written in the life path of this Libra. It's something that they have to do. It's kind of like a 12-step program, like for like Alcoholics Anonymous or something like that. I think where like one of the steps is to like go back to where you hurt people and then like address like, you know, your part or how you played a part in that. I think that's part of it. I've never been in a 12-step program, and hopefully I'm not offending anybody but that's what I'm getting energetically from this, right? Like that no matter what, spirit, the universe, God, whatever is going to tell this person that they eventually need to come to you and seek out balance and healing. All right, let's see. Wherever that goes from there, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you and that person, but it's up to you ultimately. But they're going to have to approach you, I think, is what's happening. And they might have already. Maybe you don't even, they might have already approached you and you didn't realize what that was about. All right, let's move on. Scorpio. All right, for those in the collective that are connected to a Scorpio, how does the Scorpio feel about the collective for the collective's greatest and highest good? Heart fog, mixed signals. Got this person all mixed up. Hey. Las Vegas. I'm all mixed up. Or is it, what does he say? Elvis. So there, that could be confirmation. I don't listen to Elvis. That's why I didn't know his lyrics. But Elvis pops up. Las Vegas pops up. For whatever reason, double confirmation if this is definitely your reading. But yeah, this person is just like confused. Do you like me? Do you not like me? Where did you go? Where are you? I can't. Sometimes you check in on me, sometimes you don't. Like, where have you been? And because of that, they're being very careful with how much they invest in you and with you. All right, let's see. How does a Scorpio feel about the collective? Stability. Wow. King of Cups. I don't know. You could be a Cancer. You could be a water sign or a fire sign. You could be, I don't know. It's just very interesting. The feeling I'm getting. I don't feel like, I feel like you're cross-watching a little bit, this Scorpio. And that's not going to be for everybody. But how does a Scorpio feel about you, their person? I feel like stability is on here, but it's multifaceted and it's so many different layers. It really is. I do feel like, and then I also kind of get like Gemini vibes. Like, so it's like, on one hand, you're like, you seem stable and you seem like you're ready to give. And then over here, the mixed signals. And then on the other hand, it's like, But then sometimes you come to the table and it's so, you confuse them. Sometimes you come to the table and you seem so stable. And then your actions sometimes don't match your words. All right, that's what it is. For the Scorpio, how does Scorpio feel about the collective? The Queen of Coins. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. The Temperance. And at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you confuse the shit out of this person. Because on one hand, I don't care if you're a male or female, it doesn't matter. On one hand, you're like, hey, here, I want to invest some time into you. Or, I don't know, maybe you buy the collective snacks or a sandwich or a piece of cake or something like that. Ice cream. And then the next day you're just like cold as ice. And they literally cannot put their finger on it. What they want is to release that and like be like, hey, collective, who are you? What do you want from this? Can you show a little bit more of like your true honest feelings, or are you going to just keep playing this game? Yeah, you confuse the shite out of this person, out of this Scorpio. All right. They do still have, a loving feeling towards you, but I don't know how long that's going to last. So just be careful. All right. Let's see here. 38 for Sagittarius. Those of you guys who are connected to a Sagittarius, how does the Sagittarius feel about the collective? For everyone's greatest and highest good, how does the Sagittarius feel about the collective? Hoping one day. Hoping one day. I'm getting Madonna's Celebrate. Come on, let's celebrate. Holiday. Maybe this person wants to, if we take a holiday, took some time to celebrate. I think this interesting how the Sagittarius would want to go on a trip with you, or go on a trip to see you and just kind of like get away from it all and just have kind of like you and them. It would be all right. It would be so nice. I do feel like this Sagittarius dreams about you. I feel like this Sagittarius has faith that, you know, y'all are going to connect again some way, somehow. Let's see more about how this Sagittarius feels about the collective. Again, guys, if you want me to start doing these live, I'll start doing them every other Friday. But I'm not going to do them unless y'all say that there's a need for it. We'll start doing them every other Friday. 11:30 Central Time, which is the same time zone as Chicago. All right, but just got to let me know in the comments down below. Sagittarius. Inspiration. A new spark of creativity ignites you. This is the moment to take action on your ideas and passion. The potential for growth is immense. Trust your instincts and begin. Your efforts can now lead to significant opportunities. Oh, excuse me. So everybody goes, confirmation burp. No, what that was is like a release. And here's again. Every time I try to say something, I think, number one, I feel like the Sagittarius wants to say something to you. I haven't got the Ace of Swords or, you know, the Knight of Swords or the Page of Swords. I haven't got any swords action. This is actually the Ace of Wands. But interesting how it kind of looks like an olive branch, you know, when generally in other depictions it doesn't really look like that. And also interesting how this cloud is glowing in the back. I thought it was raining at first. I thought it was raining at first, and I was going to quote like purple rain. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only want one time to see you laughing in that purple rain. Sagittarius got some poetic and deep thoughts about you, collective. They're thinking about maybe a new wave approaching the situation. Thinking, right? So remember that when you see aces, that means that there's a possibility, all right? So let's see. How does the Sagittarius feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good? The Six of Swords, two sixes, Six of Swords, Six of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords. But how do we overcome the heartache of the past? How do we move on from the heartache of the past? This feels like a long-standing connection with the Six of Cups here. And the Sagittarius does see, you know, a future with you, a destined something with you. You know, maybe it's working together, right? Maybe it is, you know, establishing some sort of foundation or establishing some sort of entrepreneurial endeavor. Maybe they're looking at it like that for some of you guys, if this isn't romantic. But if it is, I feel like it's all of the above. Like they can see really winning with you. You know, this idea of like them traveling towards you, like this, that either this Sagittarius is going to have to get on a plane or boat, an automobile, planes, trains, and automobiles, and come towards you, or they're energetically moving towards your direction out of a sense of hiding. Maybe y'all weren't talking, right? Because this is from the land of the dead to the land of the living. But their biggest thing is, how do we overcome the heartache of the past? How? Maybe they haven't. You know, with the swords here, it could have been words spoken. Maybe you said something to the Sagittarius that really cut super deep. Maybe it wasn't the first time. Three of Swords. You know, I'm not saying that you're to blame. There's two sides to every story. But there was something, right? Whatever it might have been, whether it was on them or on you, or maybe it's the third truth. You know, your perspective, their perspective, and then the truth, what actually happened. Either way, It wasn't good. And they're wondering, like, am I even going to be able to get past that? Are we ever going to be able to get past that? So they're a bit conflicted. Their want is to be able to get past it. Their want is to be able to travel towards you. Their want is to be able to separate you from your world and them separate from their world and kind of have this sort of fantasy play out in reality. But, I don't know. What are they going to do? They're still in their head. They're figuring out with that ace of wands. How? They're figuring out how. All right, let's go to Capricorn. Those in the collective that are connected to the Capricorn. Let's see. How does a Capricorn feel about the collective? Those in the collective that are connected to a Capricorn. How does the Capricorn feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good? Distracted. You don't got no time for me. That's what they feel like. You don't have any time. You don't have any time for me. You're busy over here focusing on your change, your transition. Maybe you went on holiday. Maybe the Capricorn went on a holiday. Maybe you were supposed to go on holiday with the Capricorn and you didn't because you're working too much. That was very specific. But they feel like you've been sidetracked and you're no longer paying them as much attention as you used to. Look at this. You saw me shuffle. This is the Ace of Wands again. I do feel like you collective are working on your dreams, on your purpose in life. You're working on building. You're taking a lot of action, and the action isn't necessarily in the direction of the Capricorn, and the Capricorn feels that. And so there's a change in the dynamic of interaction that you guys have. Maybe you used to, invest a lot of time into this connection, and the Capricorn's like, yeah, the collective doesn't do that anymore. I don't know if they're sorrow filled. I just am seeing that they are acknowledging that you have your focus elsewhere. The King of Swords in the upright, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and then the Seven of Swords. They know that if they were to pull on your energy right now, collective, that you would be deceiving yourself and you wouldn't even really be able to fully invest in the connection, even though it would make them so unbelievably happy. It would make them, they would be like, yay, you're focusing on me now. But they know, like, that would be super selfish. They know. I mean, listen, they know you. Six of Cups, they know you. They know you. They know what's best for you right now. And right now, it's best for you to focus on yourself. So they're going to detach. They're going to lock away their emotions. And the unfortunate thing is they're going to lie to themselves. They're going to have to. They're going to have to continue to tell the story that it's all for your greatest and highest good. So they're going to, and it's lying to themselves because they really want more from you. But so when you reach out to the Capricorn, they're either not going to respond, right? Because they're like, you know what? If I respond, it's going to cause like an interaction, and I don't want to be a distraction for the collective. Or they're going to delayed response so they can pretend like they're busy too. Or they're just going to be like, everything's good. Just because they don't want you to worry about them, nothing. They want you focused on you. Interesting. All right, let's move to Aquarius. Those that are connected to Aquarius. All right. Those in the collective who are connected to an Aquarius. How does the Aquarius feel about you for everyone's greatest and highest good? How does the little blocked? I don't know if you're talking to this person. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking to this person like on a normal basis or whatever, but they do value whenever they have an interaction with you. It is almost like so interesting. I don't know if it's really like this serious, but the first thing that came to mind is like you're a breath of fresh air Obviously I got that from this card. You're a breath of fresh air, but you're like breathing air to this person. Like your energy is like breathing air. Like I do feel like it's something that they need. Like they feel like they need you. You're on a pedestal. I am getting that's kind of triggering. So let's just see, for everyone's greatest and highest good, how does the Aquarius feel about the collective? Authority. Look at that. I don't know if you're an Aries, but this is the Aries major arcana card, the Emperor. This is authority. Again, a pedestal, like, like maybe you're this person's boss, or maybe you're the boss of the household. Maybe you wear the pants in the relationship. I know that's an old school saying, so don't come for me. I'm just saying that's kind of like the energy that I'm getting. They hold you in high value, high importance. All right. So it says you are called to take control and build a strong foundation for your future. Let's see more about how the Aquarius feels about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good. The Strength card, the Four of Swords, the Page of Swords, then the King of Cups, the Aquarius. Yeah. So, Aquarius, and this is one of their, could be Aquarius energy. Some people say like Cancer and stuff like that, but this is also Aquarius energy. Aquarius sees you as valuable. And it's interesting because they've watched you grow and they've watched you reinvent yourself, if you will. It's almost like a glow up. They're watching you go through a glow up. They're watching you with this Page of Swords go through a glow up. I don't know if you are actually talking to this person, but somehow or another, they've got access to your social media, or they can see you at work again, but they really do respect the glow up. I feel like they'll never not have respect for you. Because they see your light. All right. They see your, whether they tell you or not, they see your light. Okay, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces. All right, guys, we're at Pisces. Let me know if you want me to start doing these live. They will be quick lives. Well, they won't be 2 hours like my love predictions ones. But let me know. I'll start doing them every other Friday. I'll do them 11:30 Central Time, which is the same time zone as Chicago, which is when I generally do my Tuesday love predictions. But I'm not going to do them unless y'all tell me that you want me to do them. All right. So for those of you guys who are connected to a Pisces, for everyone's greatest and highest good, how does the Pisces feel about the collective? Past life. Repeated patterns, karmic lessons, deja vu, past lives. Old. Like you're not old. Like, I mean like old soul. Like old connection. Old connection. Very old connection. In this lifetime, I do feel like it's been a lot of back and forth between you and this Pisces. How does this Pisces feel about the collective for everyone's greatest and highest good, please? Intuition. Yeah, look at that Pisces card. They know. The Pisces knows that this is a heavenly, divine sort of connection. Soulmates is what I'm getting here. Maybe potentially like twin flame energy here. They know that your connection, no matter what, good, bad, or indifferent, heavily karmic, on the teetering on the bad side, or heavily karmic teetering on the dharma side, they just know, they can see it. I mean, it's a Pisces. They know things. Pisces be psychic, but they know a lot of the meaning and the reason why you came to their life and why you guys connected at one point in time. Maybe if you're not connected now, why you're not connected now. And they might even potentially have a vision of what might be happening in the future between the two of you all. How does the Pisces feel about this person for everyone's greatest and highest good? Let's get a little bit more information. The Moon card, more Pisces energy. Pisces is showing up strong. Pisces knows who they are. Okay? Pisces knows who they are. Pisces knows who you are. But not even just surface level, like your soul. All right? Two of Coins, the Knight of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords. And they also know that you love them. Yes, they do. And they also know that you dream about them. And they also know that you've got anxiety when it comes. I think there's something about what Pisces knows about you, how they can read you, how they can see the multiple layers that you hold and maybe try to hide from the outside world. They know that it makes you feel like uncomfortable. They don't try to read you. That's just who Pisces is. Pisces is connected to the celestials. That's just who they are. Highly intuitive and psychic people. They know that you're not ready yet, if you will. So they wait patiently in the dark. They're used to being in their shadow, and they're not afraid of their shadow, and they're waiting. It's almost like, with this Moon card, it's almost like you're going through some sort of shadow work. Like you're doing some sort of healing from past trauma and stuff. But they know you're not ready. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're seeing a lot of references to bears or hawks, then that is this person's energy or your spirit guides that are responsible for this energetic connection. That's their energy. Bears or hawks. If you're seeing them show up in your feed, if you're seeing a lot of imagery of them, if you're driving your car and you're seeing them, then that's this person's energy. They do also have a hell of a lot of feelings for you. But they know that you love them. All right, guys, I hope that helped. Let me know in the description box below how this resonated for you. Do not forget to like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification button. And let me know if you want me to start doing these live every other Friday, 11:30 Central Time AM, which is the same time zone as Chicago. Let me know. See you guys soon. Love you. Bye.